Everyone, welcome to CBC News Today. The Canadian Border Services Agency will tell people later today what its employees did the day Robert Dziekanski died. The Polish immigrant was announced dead after RCMP officers tasered him at the Vancouver Airport last month. Now, before his encounter with police, Dziekanski spent hours in a secure immigration area, but his mother, who was waiting for him at the airport, was told he had not arrived. Today's report will be the first time the Border Services Agency has accounted for its actions. The CBC's Terry Malevsky joins me now from Vancouver. And Terry, what is on the record so far? Let's start with that, about what the Border Services and immigration staff did and said on that day.
Well, that's a short answer. Nothing, because they haven't said a word. Ever since this happened on October the 14th, for 6 weeks since the Canada Border Services Agency has said precisely nothing. They've ducked questions. They haven't been accountable. They've referred calls to the Minister's office. The Minister's office has said, well, we didn't tell them to do that. So they've said nothing up until now. What we do know from the mother of Robert Dziekanski, she says that she was, as you just reported, told that he had not arrived. That's after she had been waiting hours trying to get a message to him, knocking on doors, picking up phones, finding no translator, and her neighbor who drove her to the airport actually went into the immigration office and said, look, we're looking for this guy, and they said, no, we don't have a Polish immigrant there. So those are going to be the questions that people are going to be asking about today. Number one, where the heck were you for the last 6 weeks when you were refusing to answer questions about all of this? And number two, where the heck were you during the at least 9 hours that Robert Dziekanski was wandering around the airport?
You know, those are critical questions, and people will be watching for answers. What else will people be listening and watching for when this report comes out?
Well, there is one puzzling aspect to this which hasn't been much noticed, and that is that according to Robert Dziekanski's mother, at one point after she was told that he wasn't there and she went home, that she got a call. Whoever called didn't say that her son had died, but this is after he had in fact died, and said something about how, yeah, I think I saw him in the baggage area, lying down and shaking, looking like he was coming off a drunk. This is all third hand. This is what she says that this person told her, but it sounds like somebody did see him, obviously in distress. We know that he hadn't eaten for many, many, many hours, that he'd been on a very long journey already before he even got there, and we know that he gave up smoking as he got onto the plane, gave his cigarettes to a friend and said, that's it for me. So if indeed somebody did see him and he was not helped, an interpreter was not found in all of that time, his plane came in around 4. He died around 1:30 in the morning, so there's 9.5 hours that nobody helped him. They couldn't find a translator in all of that time. So many questions, and so far, no answers at all.
Thanks for the update, Terry. We'll be watching the CBC's Terry Malevsky in Vancouver.